fruits and vegetables as God's original diet plan. In today's world, the struggle that many people have with their diet and health is partly because of the impasse between the two groups of researchers on the impact of meat-based and plant-based diets on our health. One group insists that eating red and processed meat poses no threat to our health, and the other group refutes this claim. To break this impasse, it may be necessary to go all the way back to the genesis of all things. The Holy Bible records that on the sixth day of the creation of the universe, after creating humans in His image, God said, "I have provided all kinds of grain and all kinds of fruit for you to eat, but for all the wild animals and for all the birds, I have provided grass and leafy plants for food." Genesis chapter 1 verses 29 to 30. No meat. Just fruits, grain, and leaves. There was a reason God envisioned a plant-based diet for all the living things He had created, including human beings. All we had to do was follow a simple rule. A simple diet plan we might not have known would, in the future, protect us from the multiple health issues ravaging the world, such as cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and premature death. Fast forward to the present, and a diet of grain, fruits, and vegetables is for vegetarians, vegans, weight loss enthusiasts, and those with health problems, mostly chronic and life-threatening. How did we get here? To answer this question, we still have to revisit the past. That is where the choice to deviate away from God's initial plans for the universe was made. The day humans included meat in a plant-based diet was the day we kissed our health goodbye. We don't know what happened in the ark during the duration of the flood, 10 generations later, to make God decide to allow humans to eat animals, birds, and fish when the water subsided, and the people occupied their new world. God blessed Noah and his sons and said, "Have many children, so that your descendants will live all over the earth. All the animals, birds, and fish will live in fear of you. They are all placed under your power. Now you can eat them, as well as green plants. I give them all to you for food." Genesis chapter 9 verse 3. Numerous studies have been carried out to compare these diets, plant-based and meat-based. And this is where the war between the two groups of researchers started. The meat-based diet, particularly red and processed meat, seems to be losing the battle though because most if not all cons are associated with it. Dr. Frank Hu, chair of the Department of Nutrition at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, posits that evidence from various studies provide compelling proof that a high intake of red and processed meats is strongly associated with increased risks of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and premature mortality. According to Dr. Hu, while red meat is a rich source of vital nutrients such as protein, iron, and vitamin B12, which support muscle development and the production of red blood cells, these same nutrients can be obtained from a plant-based diet. In a 2015 study, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, a branch of the World Health Organization, classified red meat as probably carcinogenic and processed meat as carcinogenic to humans, citing evidence that their consumption is linked to the development of colorectal, pancreatic, and prostate cancer. The study also found that daily consumption of each 50-gram portion of processed meat raised the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. Yet, hidden in plain sight in the story of Daniel and his friends in captivity is God reminding humankind of His original diet plan. The king of Babylon, like many now, believed in a meat-based diet. Otherwise, Daniel would not have objected if it was a plant-based diet. The king thought feeding Daniel and his friends the same food and wine consumed by members of his royal court was the most effective way of enhancing their physical strength. He planned to do this for 3 years. However, after consuming only vegetables and water for a mere 10 days, the young men looked healthier and stronger than their counterparts who had been consuming the royal diet. What happened? A recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that a plant-based diet can provide the body with the required protein for muscle building as well as a meat-based diet. Many other research studies have also showed that increasing protein intake is associated with enhanced muscle health, which is what might have been the case with Daniel and his friends. However, Andrea Giancoli, a registered dietitian based in California, says plant-based proteins are a much healthier option than their meat counterparts, even though they contain the same amount of vitamins. One other benefit that gives the plant-based diet a bit of an edge is the one thing that a meat-based diet lacks completely: fiber. Another study has shown that consuming more dietary fiber is linked to greater skeletal muscle mass and strength. So, the plant-based diet we received on the sixth day of creation came packed with all the human body's necessary vitamins, because it was God's original diet plan for His creation. Eat healthy. Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave us a like and hit the subscribe button. Inspired Research Journal.